All right. All right. Happy early 4th of July, everybody. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I know we started celebrating yesterday. We kind of took today off, and then we've got something tomorrow and something on 4th of July. So it's a lot of eating. And then my husband's birthday was on Friday. So, oh my goodness. We'll be talking about the shred that starts the following Monday, which I will definitely be starting early on that. So I don't know how many of you guys, I know that Jen and Melissa went to a picnic today, and how many of you guys are going to parties, or maybe you're hosting your family and friends over. And the typical 4th of July fare, right, is, burgers, hot dogs, maybe chicken, corn, maybe potato salad, coleslaw. It's kind of, baked beans, some generic stuff. So we wanted to spice it up a little bit, because one of my favorite things to do when somebody invites me over is I like to bring something different. I like to bring a different dish that people aren't used to. And a lot of times people haven't tried, or even just making the same dish that maybe somebody would have brought, but making a healthier version. And quite often people don't even know that it's healthier. And so that's why we kind of thought of this. And I thought, let's come up with some different stuff that you could make. Right. And I think a lot of times people are open to doing some healthier dishes and trying some different stuff, in addition to some of the regular food. So we have got several different people that are going to be sharing several different recipes. We are streaming live into the Simple Changes to Better Health Facebook group. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be dropping recipes in under the comments of that video. So if you guys want any of the recipes, you can go to that. If you're not in that group, reach out to the person that invited you to this Zoom, or is maybe sharing the recording, and they can invite you into that group for the recipes. So, okay. So we were going to start with Melody. Melody, are you ready? Where are you? Okay.
I'm here. I'm ready.
Okay. I love what Melody and Lance are going to be sharing.
Okay. Well, Lance was a little camera shy tonight, so he was just involved the whole family was involved in making this. So big Marvel fans. I don't know if anyone on here is a big Marvel fan, but thank you, Pinterest. We have the super simple Captain America fruit and cheese platter that you can make. And we actually all did it together. So my 8-year-old helped wash all the fruit, and my 3-year-old was helping to eat the fruit. And if you don't want to eat it right away, like if you're not going to party, you don't have to do bananas. You could fill this all with blocks of cheese. That would make it even simpler and easy to like saran wrap. But basically you just fill the outside layer of any big round platter with strawberries and then bananas, and we put cheese slices in there, and then you do raspberries, and I'll tell you, you could even do watermelon, like if you had a huge platter. And then we put blueberries in the center, and then we just took a block of cheese and cut out the star. So, and this is like a Pampered Chef chill and serve platter. So we can actually saran wrap this. So we're going to eat it. When I put it out tomorrow morning, it'll stay cool for like 5-6 hours. So I like that idea too, but this was our idea. It's super simple. Of course, we like raw cheese because it's a little bit healthier. So anywhere you can get like raw milk cheese, we get it from local farms. That's obviously the healthiest option of it, but that's it. It's really easy and it's really fun and it's super kid friendly, and it adds all those healthy fats to balance out the blood sugar. Oh, okay. So I'm going to pass it on to Jen for some salsa.
Hello. So I made Texas caviar. It has pinto beans, black-eyed peas, corn, canned corn, optional 1 small jar of pimento. So what I have done in the past is used white corn or yellow corn, and then in some of the smaller containers you have little red and green peppers in there. So I have done that and skipped the pimento. Green pepper, celery, onion, and then you do make a dressing with oil, vinegar, and sugar. So this could be an option to replace pasta salad, and that those mayonnaise salads maybe replacing your potato salad, macaroni salad. So you have a lot of different vegetables. So this is what I made for our picnic today, and everyone loved it. It's supposed to be served with Fritos, so Fritos wouldn't be your best option, but I had taken along a multi-grain tortilla chip. You could also do it with a type of like rice cracker or cauliflower cracker, and use that as your scoop as well.
Can you see that? Yeah, I don't need to see it, no.
Oops, let me mute. Okay, so I love, oh my gosh, Texas caviar is one of my favorites. I just love that. And I don't know if it would work great with a picnic, but a lot of times what I will do is I will make a baked potato. And instead of doing like, sour cream and butter, like a lot of people do, I will do something like that Texas caviar on top. And it gives it not only more fiber and some of the protein, but it just, love it. It's like a loaded baked potato. Melissa, I think you're next. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Renee, but that's okay. I'm ready. So today I made a Southwest quinoa salad. So tacking on to Jen's Texas caviar. I will tell you a funny story about it. I doubled the recipe so that I could have it tomorrow for dinner. And then I forgot to take it to the picnic today. So now I have 2 Southwest quinoa salads. So if you can see this. So I used a it's red, black, and I guess white quinoa. And then it's black beans. I use frozen corn, red and yellow peppers, cilantro, which is growing on my tower, but wasn't ready. Scallions from my tower. And then the dressing is lime juice, honey, cumin, chili powder, and I think salt and pepper. And I actually didn't use salt because the quinoa cooks in chicken broth or broth, veggie broth, whatever you choose to use, and a little bit of garlic that you saute before you quinoa in. So I didn't use salt. The cool thing with quinoa is it gives you fiber and protein. So sure, it's a carb, but it's also giving you that fiber that your belly needs to work with prebiotics, postbiotics, and makes you, everything get moving. And anything with fiber, anything with protein in the beginning helps balance the carbohydrates, and carbohydrates turn to sugar, and that helps keep your blood sugar down. So now I think, am I passing on to Renee? All right, Renee, you're up.
All right. Well, thank you so much. So we get 2 for the price of 1 here. It would be me and Mr. Porter.
Hi there.
So I'm going to turn my screen around here, and we're going to, how do I do this? Here we go. Show what we have here. So Paul, you want to talk to us about your smoked pork barbecue sliders that we have?
Yeah, well, actually, it's not. I want to do a routine and a recipe because our routine involves intermittent fasting. And so Renee and I neither of us will eat anything till midday. So that kind of a routine will allow for this type of recipe. So I smoke pork butts outside and use an all-natural seasoning with a mustard as the binder to keep it all together, and enjoying foods that I love, but not overdoing it. And if you notice, I'm drinking a Spindrift, so there's very little sugars in our diet other than the good foods that we eat. So that's my recipe and my routine.
Nice. Thank you. The other things that we showed were the popcorn that we had, and I'm going to turn my screen around again. Bear with me for just a moment. So here we have the coleslaw that goes with this pork barbecue. And for those of you that like quick and easy, this is pre-shredded cabbage and carrots. I added a clean mayo that's made with avocado oil. Primal Kitchens makes a really good brand. all organic ingredients, very good. And a little bit of the pickle juice. And if you look, I did some chopped dill pickles in it. Quick, easy, clean, delicious, added to our sliders. I also liked to put in these fancy little cupcake liners for July 4th, a great brand of organic popcorn. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this brand here. It's called Lesser Evil. It's organic corn. And then the only other thing that's in here is extra virgin coconut oil and Himalayan salt. So a great clean snack for anybody. And who doesn't like popcorn? I'm talking toddlers all the way through adults. Plus, if it gets spilled, nobody cares. It sweeps up and cleans up easily, right? And then for a side, we like a watermelon cucumber salad. So this is a salad that has 4 ingredients. It's fresh watermelon, fresh cucumber sliced, fresh mint out of my garden, and a lemon cucumber white balsamic vinaigrette that's drizzled over. And it is refreshing. It's great on these summer days. It's delicious. And I believe I may be turning it over to somebody else, Milena, perhaps.
So I'll interject really quickly. I love that you even took the time to ball that little watermelon because I usually never take the time to do that.
Girl, I'm fancy.
You are fancy.
That's a hard act to follow too, not fair. So I too made a coleslaw, and I don't use mayonnaise. I prefer a different dressing for it. So I do cheat and do the what do you call it? The pre-shredded coleslaw mix. I add scallions, and also I like a little extra protein because sometimes this is my lunch on a quick 10 minutes that I have to run away from the computer. So I throw in some nice fresh edamame. And of course, I like a little bit more crunch to the cabbage, and I add in some sliced raw almonds. You can toast them for a little extra flair, but I prefer to eat raw. And then, of course, I'm so excited to show this. I'm bragging a little bit from my tower garden. Yum. So I was like, oh, that's going to look beautiful on top of my coleslaw. So instead of mayo, what do I use? I use 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. I use 1/3 cup rice wine vinegar, and I also use 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, a little Asian flair. I also will sprinkle with some fresh sea salt and ground pepper and squeeze a little lemon in there if I need it a little juicier. And the lemon also helps to soften up the cabbage. So that's my little contribution to our barbecue for 4th of July.
I love that because I'm not a huge mayonnaise person. I won't avoid it if the dish has it, but I try not to use it so much, even the cleans so much. So I love that. I love that coleslaw. Okay, so I made a couple of different things as opposed to the pork butt, because my daughter and I are essentially a little bit pescatarian, probably 80% of the time, almost probably 90% of the time we're vegan. In our Shred cookbook, we actually have a recipe for black bean sweet potato burgers. And these are ridiculously easy. We actually had sweet potatoes last night, so I already had one cooked. It's a can of black beans. You mush everything up. You saute a little bit of the onion and garlic, a couple of different spices like cumin, put them together and bake them for 20 minutes. So you're not even frying them in oil. So easy. That recipe I will drop, like everybody else will drop in the comments of where this video is, but it comes out of our Shred cookbook, Taste of the Shred. And this is something I want to talk about real quick is we actually have this starting on July 10th, and the Shred is our clean eating program. We do it for 10 days. And I like to joke around, especially after this week, it'll be really hard for like the first 3 days, but then by the time you hit day 3, you feel so good with, trying to eliminate sugar and processed foods and some of the unhealthy stuff and trying to really bring in some of the healthier foods, some of the healthier options. So with these black bean burgers, the other thing our community has started to do, which is fun. If you've been a part of this community for a while, we've done, we do, oh my goodness, salad in a jar, and we do soup swaps, and we do a lot of stuff. Well, we have just started with sourdough. So I actually made a loaf this morning. We broke into it, so this is part of it. And it is delicious. My whole family is loving it. And then I took a stab this afternoon, since I made the burgers, at little buns. So it almost looks like an English muffin. Look at all the holes in there. So I'm not going to say this isn't really round. It doesn't look as beautiful as maybe those store-bought ones, but it is way tastier and way healthier for you. So the great thing about sourdough is it's actually healthy for your gut because of the fermentation. So again, if you're watching this, whether it's in the Simple Changes group or you're getting a recording, or right now, and you want to learn how to make sourdough, reach out to the person who invited you, and we can tell you a little bit more. We've got some upcoming Zooms, and then some of us are even doing live events. So one of my other things that I just absolutely love, because I am a sweets person, that's my total downfall, is we have so many different complete protein mixes, and I'll talk about the complete in a minute, but these are chocolate Rice Krispie treats. So it can never get too chocolatey. It's never too chocolatey. So I actually use organic chocolate Rice Krispie treats. They're gluten-free, and it's with the Chocolate Juice Plus Complete, and it's with some honey and then peanut butter, some organic peanut butter from Costco, and you mix it together, and I flatten it out in a pan, and then you just put them into little squares, and you can freeze them. Freezing them is a good idea, because otherwise what happens is you eat too many of them. They're sitting out or they're in the fridge, and you just keep grabbing them. So you can freeze them. We have, oh, Renee, did you eat all yours? You were supposed to make the cashew bites. I don't know if you had those or not. So, gosh, we have the cashew bites that Renee makes a lot. We have, oh my gosh, what's it called? We have the Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies. Do you have them?
I do.
Yeah,
So
those
these-
are so good too.
My gosh, they're delicious. And there's some of the chocolate crispy bites in here that I threw in the cup as well.
They're frozen.
Right. So we have snickerdoodle recipes, we have cookie dough recipe. There's people way smarter and way more creative than me, but I can follow a recipe. So that's what I love. People come up with that. And then, so we actually have another cookbook for that. I actually have it printed out, but it is in a digital version. So if you already purchased the Juice Plus Complete, or you want to purchase the Juice Plus Complete, which I'll talk about, you get that recipe book, and there's not only just smoothie recipes, but you can use the shake mix for pancakes and for the complete balls and for overnight oats and so many things. Okay, did everybody go? I think so, right? Yes. I think everybody went. So one of the other things I want to talk about that keeps us healthy all year, okay? Because we don't eat healthy. We don't eat perfect all the time. We try to, make things a little bit healthier. We're trying to, as a community, motivate everybody to try and make things a little bit healthier. But one of the things that keeps us all on track is Juice Plus. And that's also what has brought us together. And I've been taking Juice Plus for 19 years. I can't believe it was 19 years in May. And I started with the fruits and the veggies, and then added the berries, and then the omegas came out, I don't even know, 5 or 6 years ago. So this has become a staple in our house. And this is so different than what you might be taking if you're not taking Juice Plus. Most people are taking an average multivitamin. That's what they see as commercials. That's what doctors recommend. But guess what? It gets better. This is actually fruits and vegetables in a capsule and a gummy. So it's for kids, it's for adults, it's for seniors, it's for women, it's for men. Okay, you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I'm over 55, which vitamin do I take? I'm a male, I'm a woman, I'm in menopause, I'm a kid. It's fruits and vegetables. It's foundational. It's for foundational health. So it's for everybody. I took it during my pregnancy with my son, and he's 18. So that's why I've been taking it for 19 years. And it had made such a difference in my health that it's been 19 years since I've been on any medication for my allergies, asthma, migraines, all of that. So when I realized that, oh my gosh, the nutrition in those capsules made this much of a difference, imagine if I changed my eating. That's when I kind of just started to make the simple changes, the baby steps, and changed my eating a little bit. So reach out to the person that, let me hold them up really quickly, the little capsules. So these are great, because what I will tell you is sometimes people do not want to take another capsule. So we do have the gummies for adults and gummies for kids. Whoops, I just dropped it. But these capsules also open. So if you're drinking the Juice Plus Complete Shake, you can open up the capsules into those. You can open them into yogurt. You can open it into applesauce, into a juice, something like that. And I've talked about the shakes a little bit. I'm going to come back to, actually, let me come back to the shakes. I'm going to pass it over to Melissa in a second. So what makes Juice Plus different than the vitamins? We talked a little bit about, or I talked a little bit about its food, okay? And it has a nutrition label. Take a look at, if you're taking a supplement right now, it probably says supplement facts. Juice Plus has a nutrition label. And if you look at the ingredients labels, it's actually food. It's the spinach, the cabbage, the kale, the apples, the peaches, the oranges, all the different berries that are so expensive, but so good for you. We also have the omegas, and the omegas are great for heart health, brain health, eye health, joints. They're awesome. And what I will also tell you, if you're taking the omegas, take an omega tonight, okay? Go home, go after you're done with this Zoom, go wash your face, bite into the omega, and then spread it on your face as like a moisturizer. But you got to wait to go out of the house for a little bit. Don't go out of the house right away. And it's amazing. It's amazing. So Juice Plus is also NSF certified, but the other biggest difference between Juice Plus and what you might be taking is the research. Juice Plus is the most researched whole food nutritional product in the world. We have 47 clinical research studies published in clinical journals. I would love for Melissa to share from her expertise.
Oh, thank you. So I am a clinical pharmacist at our local hospital. It's called Lehigh Valley Hospital. I'm up in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and I've been a pharmacist for 21 years. And one of the biggest things we learn in school is how to take a part of study, how to learn about a study and what makes a good study. And when I started with Juice Plus, I did it just for all the reasons Karen said. And then I started to learn about the research. So what makes Juice Plus's research amazing, besides the fact that there's over 45 studies, is that it's high quality. It is randomized, which means both groups of people don't know what they're getting. Placebo controlled, which means this group is getting
Is she breaking up for just me or everybody? Okay, Melissa, you might want to, I'm not even seeing you. Did she fall off? We'll see if she, there she is.
Should I leave and come back on?
Breaking up. Maybe what you might want
Can
to,
you not, am I choppy for everybody?
maybe turn off your video and then see if we can hear you, because as beautiful as you are, I know what you have to say is super important. Oh, did she drop off again? Okay, let me go over the shakes really quickly before she hops on. So I talked a lot about the shakes. I'm a little addicted to the shakes, and I know Sharon Farrar is on here and she's way addicted to the shakes. I'm pretty sure Sharon would be dead if she didn't have these shakes, the chocolate shake specifically. So these are amazing. The Juice Plus Complete is the original kind of flagship plant-based smoothies that we've had for, I don't even know, since I've been taking Juice Plus, and they are delicious. And you can use these as a meal replacement. We actually use these during our shred, where you want to replace a meal or a snack with one or two of the shakes every single day. And we are just coming out with, it's not even available yet for the public consumers, hopefully it's soon, is we actually have soy-free shakes, because I do love the soy in here. Soy is actually super beneficial for preventing breast cancer. It's great for menopause. It has all 9 essential amino acids. There's so many benefits to soy, but some people are allergic or they just can't tolerate it. And so we are coming out with a soy-free shake. So if you guys need any samples, reach out to the person that invited you. And I know I saw Melissa is back.
All right, am I clear? Hello, hello. All right, listen, I sounded really smart over here, so I'm hoping I can duplicate it. So Anyway, so I'll just do a quick synopsis. I'm a pharmacist. I love Juice Plus, and when I learned about the research, I was sold. So it's randomized trial, placebo-controlled, and double-blind. That double-blind, nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows who gets the fruit and veggie. No one knows who just gets an empty capsule. And that's placebo-controlled. Randomized means nobody decides who goes which path. One of the really neat studies that I love is about ovarian cancer at MD Anderson. So these studies are done at huge universities around the country, out of the country, Italy, Austria, all over the world. And they took women with ovarian cancer, and one leg of the study got Juice Plus, I think just fruit and veggie and the shakes. And then the other leg got just regular fruits and veggies. The cool thing was both legs benefited, but they could see changes and advancements in the leg of the study that had the Juice Plus capsules getting more variety, more servings, plus the shakes. Some of the other really neat things, and I think Karen mentioned this with the omegas, cognitive function, brain function. Who doesn't need that? Immune function, so important in our world right now. And one of the other, I just think it's really neat. Juice Plus is tested on the product itself. So when I'm saying they're doing a study with the placebo versus the capsules, they're literally giving Juice Plus capsules that Karen showed us to a person and then seeing what results that has on the body. They're not testing a raspberry. They're not testing an apple in a dog and saying, it must have adjusted his blood pressure. The studies are also ethical, and they are published in peer-reviewed journals, which means other smart people say, yep, this is right. This looks great. I love it. And that is the best type of study. And I'm so proud to say I'm part of a company that does that. So thank you for round 2 of research.
I'm still laughing at testing apples on dogs. My dogs are all in for that one. So, okay, well, we are so happy that you joined us on a holiday weekend. I know probably some of you guys have off tomorrow. It's a long weekend. We had so much fun coming up with the recipes and doing this together as a group. Let me stop sharing and recording. Let's see. Stop live stream. And then stop recording.